Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad LUQMAN, Hakim and AZLI, and today I would like to talk to you about game advertisement. What is advertisement? Advertisement is a medium to promote a product, service, or an event. It is good for a company to increase their customer awareness about their business and brand. It can help you to promote the benefit of your product and also your service. It helps to increase your sales and demand of the said product. What is gaming? Gaming is the action of practice of playing a video game. Currently, gaming can be seen as a daily activity, especially with the younger audience. Almost everyone plays some sort of game in their daily life to reduce stress, ranging to various categories such as action, adventure, strategy, and many more. It is easily accessible to everyone. One can say that if you have a phone, you have a game in it. So, why do we need to aware of game advertisement? Why do we need to be aware of game advertisement? Why is it dangerous? It was fine so far. It never been much of a problem. So why is it now? That is what most people think of game advertisement in this day and age. Most of them are unaware of the game advertisement encouraging younger audience or younger player to spend more money in their game. Games these days are different from back then. Almost all the games in these days are free to download, and most people don't know there is an invincible wall of online transaction inside the game. It doesn't matter what type of game you play, whether it is action game, shooting game, adventure, or strategy game, there is online transaction or some sort of in-game currency in it. At first, you may think that you won't spend any money while playing the game. You just want to play it for fun, spending your free time, but sooner or later, you will start to get attached to the game and want something more. At that time, you will start spending in the game. This problem can be very serious and very dangerous to people who is new and unaware of the gaming system. So, how does game developer make people spend more money inside their game? I'm sure everyone in this day have their share of story and experience in gaming, and they have also been through this cycle before. From my research and observation, there are 5 elements that are constantly used in video games that encourage people to spend money. The first one is in-game currency. Second, honeymoon period, limited time promotion, seasonal event, and finally, the implementation of gacha system. The first element is adding in-game currency in their game. In-game currency is money that are used within a game. It can be gained within a game or paid using online transaction used by player to upgrade their character, equipment, and building. Cannot be changed with real money, but can be bought with real money. By adding this element to the game developer give a reason for player to constantly log in to maximize their account. To progress faster or not, they have to spend more money to progress their account. The second element is the honeymoon period. In-game, there is a period of time that people would call the honeymoon period. What is the honeymoon period? It is a period for those who is new to the game. During this time, the game tend to give you a lot of easy mission, free item, tricking the player that the game is easy and fun. That is until they hit the midpoint of the game, where there is less item, harder mission, and most of the players are too inexperienced or weak for the harder mission. It will take a long time and a lot of hard work to get past the midpoint, which is not fun for the gamer. So during this time, at the midpoint, most players will start spending money in the game to progress faster to reach to the fun part of the game. The third element is limited time promotion. The element usually comes after the honeymoon period, when the player is in really desperate need of in-game resources to progress. Usually this method will not work on the player at the early stage, but at the mid-game, the player is really desperate. After one promotion after another start popping up in their face, it will start to look very tempting that even if you don't need them, you want to buy it. That is because the constant pop-up will make the player think of the advertisement in the back of their mind. The fourth element is the seasonal event. Game would usually have a big update according to the holiday, such as Christmas and Halloween, to capitalize the profit during the season. Usually this big event in the game will release a lot of new item, costume and character, which is for some reason stronger than the usual character for a limited amount of time. It is also a good time for player to upgrade their character because of the free mission and free gift from the game, which can lead to uncontrolled money spending during the event. Final element is the implementation of the gacha system. Out of all the elements in this list, the gacha system is the most notorious way for game to make money. This system is implemented throughout the whole game 24/7. It is used to sell their character and item. Usually, to use the gacha system, you need to spend expensive in-game currency or expensive amount of online transaction just to spin it. Most people don't understand that when you spend money on the gacha system, you don't spend money to buy a character. You spend money for a chance to get a character. It's basically a gambling in every sense of the way. There is no guarantee that you will get the character that you want, even if you spend hundreds of ringgit inside the game. This system has been quite a problem for a while, but most people are unaware of it. I could ask many of my friends that play with the gacha system, and most of them never heard of it, or they are completely unaware that they are using the gacha system. It became so bad that people start saving money just to hit the minimum amount of the gacha system to get their favorite character. Now you wonder, does the game advertisement method really work on people? For that question, I would say yes, it worked really well on people, especially with younger and new audience, as they are easier to be tricked by it. These are some examples of common in-game spending story. Someone spending $70,000 on a mobile game because he thinks as long as he have fun, it is fine. This is really bad as people start spending more money inside the game than their daily life. There are also a lot of children stealing money from their parent to buy in-game items. Some cases are so severe that the parent had to file for bankruptcy after the child bought almost around 20 in-game packs. We don't even need to look far to find this story. You can ask your friend around you, and probably some of them has a lot of this story. For example, I have a friend who spent $1,000 on a mobile game for a character skin. Not a character, a skin. He doesn't even use the skin. He was so proud of it that he showed the whole class that he bought the skin. But he doesn't even use it. So my conclusion is, gaming is fun. It is not wrong, but it can be very harmful without a strong self-control, as most people can be impatient and will start spending money to progress faster. They need to think before they act. Even for a single moment can probably save themselves from unnecessary spending inside the game. One can say gaming is like a drug. You can get addicted to it and it will be hard to stop. But unlike drugs, it is more expensive and it is easier to get even for children. That is all from me, and remember, beware of game advertisement and think before you spend. Thank you for watching.